Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus versus Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime coming up right now. Let's go. What is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, help you to master your technology, and welcome to the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus versus the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime speed test. Now, I know what some people are thinking. This video is total nonsense. Blah, blah, blah. Why would you compare a flagship with a budget phone? And there's a valid reason why I'm doing this. Some people might have got the J7 Prime just to hold them over till they upgrade to a Galaxy S8. I know of some people that, break their phones. They want to buy a cheap phone until the next flagship comes out, and then they buy the flagship. Also, some people might have a J7 Prime and they want to just see how much faster Samsung's Galaxy S8 is over their J7 Prime, and if it's something they might want to upgrade to in the future. In addition, it's nice to see how well Samsung's flagship is performing in comparison to its cheaper phone. So with those three reasons being said, let's go ahead and boot these guys up at the same time in 3, 2, and 1. Now, this is just a speed test video, so I'm not going to go too in depth on a full comparison between the two. If you guys would like to see a full comparison between the Galaxy S8 Plus and the J7 Prime, be sure to comment that down below. But you can see Samsung logos on both. This is an AT&T edition here with the Galaxy S8 Plus, and the J7 Prime over here is an unlocked phone. I do believe, and I think that the Galaxy S8 Plus should win this boot up, which it does. But you've seen how close the J7 Prime was there. So not bad there. J7 Prime booted up real quick, and you could even see the loading time of those icons. The J7 Prime was in there, and I don't know where the dock is. There's the dock on the Galaxy S8 Plus. So before we go further with this speed test, let's go into settings on both devices and confirm that I am running Android version 7.0 over there on the Galaxy S8 Plus, and over here on the J7 Prime 6.0.1. I did not get the Nougat update yet for the J7 Prime. A quick rundown of specs. You will notice that the J7 Prime does have the Exynos 7870 CPU. That's an octa-core CPU clocked in at 1.59 gigahertz, and this does have 3 gigs of RAM. So this is an Exynos chipset phone over here. Snapdragon 835 over here, the first 10 nanometer chipset in any smartphone here. And you can see 2.36 gigahertz clock speed, octa-core as well, 4 gigs of RAM. So both do have pretty beastly specs. Even the J7 Prime has some nice specs for its price point. This is under $250 for the J7 Prime, and a lot of people don't know this, but the J7 Prime is a smartphone that actually did super well for Samsung, actually helping their profit margins after the Note fiasco with the explosions. The J7 Prime was definitely a phone that really held Samsung together during them hard times. So let's go ahead and close out the multitasking there. And let's go ahead and begin with Appy Geek or Pi Geek. And you should see the J7 Prime looks to have loaded that first. It just had that little pop-up here. So let's go home and run that one more time. And you can see about the same. Coming home here, let's go into Instagram. And you can see the Galaxy S8 slightly with the win there, but the Galaxy J7 Prime, not bad. Pretty much right on its heels. Let's go into the Play Store on both devices, and you can see S8 slightly, just slightly. Coming home here, let's go into YouTube on both devices. And this just goes to show that these Snapdragon series phones, are still quick. People say the Exynos. Yes, this is not the Exynos found in the S8, but the Snapdragon series chipset is still quick. Coming home here, let's go into Amazon. And you can see Amazon does load first there for the S8. Coming home here, let's go on eBay. So it doesn't look like the J7 Prime is getting any wins so far, and it's not getting a win again. Coming home, let's go into Twitter. You can see the S8 with another win. Coming home here, let's go into Strava. Let's see if the J7 could pull off a win here in any of these tests. So no wins so far, but the J7 Prime in the real world is definitely not a slow phone. So the cameras were pretty close to even. Let's go into Best Buy on both devices, and you see the S8 ahead again. Let's go into Play Newsstand. And you can see, is this one going to be closer? That was about even, actually. So, I mean, this is not even half a second's different here for the J7 Prime. So I'm definitely impressed with the performance level that you get there on the J7 Prime for its price point. It even gives you the Google Assistant here. So definitely a great little phone there in the J7 Prime for those of you who do not want to spend the money for a flagship device. Going into Wikipedia, you could see only half a second's difference there. Maybe not even half a second's different there on the J7 Prime. Going into the internet browsers, J7 Prime with the win. So it takes one win there on the internet browser. Let's go ahead and go to a website such as Apple.com. You know what? No, let's go to Samsung.com. This is an Android video after all. Let's go to Samsung.com here on the Galaxy S8. Let's go. And you see the Galaxy S8 slightly ahead here. Let's go ahead and click buy now on this phone to see which one opens the link first. Galaxy S8 wins on that one as well. But both fast scrolling. This is Android after all, and both do pretty well in web browsing. Let's go ahead and go to yahoo.com for another test here. And let's go to yahoo.com here for another test here on the J7 Prime. Let's hit go. And you can see about the same. So both quick phones. That Exynos chipset in this J7 Prime is a beast for its price point. Let's go into speed test. And you can see which one's going to load this first. Which one's going to load it first? Okay, we'll give it to the Galaxy S8 coming home here. Let's go into Snapseed. And you can see nothing there. Let's go into settings. And about the same on settings. Coming home, let's finish this up with Uber. And Uber wins there easily on the Galaxy S8. Let's go into gamings where I think the Galaxy S8 should easily open this up here first. And you see this is where budget phones are not the best in gaming. So S8. So S8 is pretty much smoking the J7 Prime in pretty much every app. And it's going to do there again in the Subway Surfers. So yeah, the Galaxy S8 definitely a faster phone, but you can see it's not incredibly faster. So what I'm trying to show in this video is that if you got a J7 Prime and you're upgrading to a Galaxy S8, speed is not where you're going to really change your experience. It's in the edge screen. It's in all the features that the S8 brings over the J7. All right, guys, let's quickly go through multitasking now. Appy Geek. You can see both have to reload. If they have to reload, I'm skipping right out of them. Let's go into Instagram. About the same there. Let's go into the Play Store on the J7 Prime. And then let's go to the Play Store again since I accidentally tapped it there for the S8. Coming home here, let's go into YouTube. A reload. Come in here on Amazon. Another reload for both devices. eBay. S8. Let's go into Twitter. And you can see S8. So the J7 Prime, again, another Samsung device when not the best multitasking in the world. Come in here, let's go into camera. And about the same. So I think this video is going to show that the J7 Prime offers quite a bit of value, but definitely not quite as good as the S8, and that would be expected. This is a $200 smartphone, $250 smartphone with a metal body, 16 megapixel camera on the rear. Maybe it's a 13, I'm not exactly sure. Confirm that down below in the comments if one of you would. The Galaxy S8 has a 12 megapixel camera, a beautiful design, so that's really what you're paying for here. You're paying for the design, you're paying for the water resistance, you're paying for the edge screen. You're not paying so much to have the fastest phone ever made. That would be the iPhone 7 Plus so far, in my opinion. But if you're upgrading from a J7 Prime, I think you're really going to like this upgrade. Will the S8 really change your life too much? You know, not really. Both of these phones, I mean, this phone could do 90% of what the Galaxy S8 can do. And that S8, you know, brings a few features that are neat, luxurious. But like I say, the J7 Prime could pretty much do everything this phone can do right here in terms of the core functionality of the phone. Both bring SD card expansion as well. And the J7 even has a trick up its sleeve with its front-facing flash right there on the front. So yeah, that pretty much wraps this up of the Samsung Galaxy S8 versus the J7 Prime real world speed test. This is not a benchmarking test. This is not a test with all those tech crunching numbers, specs. This is just opening apps day to day in the real world, running through multitasking. This is how we would use our phones. We're going to open apps consistently each and every day. We're not going to be going each and every day and running geek benches and running scores and doing all this extra stuff. We just use applications every day, most of us anyway. anyway. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up here. For me, obviously the Galaxy S8's the better phone, but is it an upgrade worthy? I think so. If you want to go from your budget phone to a flagship, go ahead and do it. Let me know your comments down below. Nick here, help you to master your technology. Be sure to be well, and peace.